Happy Goku Day, everybody! I hope you're having a good day so far, and I'm sure this video will help cheer up your mood a little bit. I know this isn't my usual Can He Beat Goku the video that I have planned, even though it is still planned for the video after this one. But today we're going to do something a little bit more important. We're going to be showing you just how strong Goku, the legendary Saiyan warrior, really is. I'm sure some of you remember my Can He Beat Goku the video about Kratos, and towards the end of that video I scaled Goku. And while he was somewhat strong back then, it pales in comparison to how strong he is now and what I'm about to show you in this video. So, full disclosure, I actually didn't come up with a scale. The credit for that goes to Unbound Nimbus on the CSAP wiki and KCCK on YouTube. They might be the same person, but I'm not too sure. So I just wanted to spread this around and get it some more recognition because as it is right now, people are downplaying the mess out of Goku, and this new scale is actually insane. So, let's get into it, shall we?
It's fury!
The beauty of the scale is in its simplicity. You see, this all has to do with the cosmology of the Dragon Ball universe, or rather, the cosmology of the Dr. Slump universe. You see, before Dragon Ball was created, Akira Toriyama had another manga called Dr. Slump, and the main character of this manga was Arali, and she has some insane powers. She's an android, so of course she has some insane powers knowing the androids in the Dragon Ball universe, but hers are on an entirely different level from anything we've seen before. So the Dragon Ball cosmology has worlds within worlds within worlds within worlds. Let me explain while the video in the background plays a little bit. So, essentially each book and story within the Dragon Ball universe has its actual own universe within that book. So if the Bible, for example, had its own universe, the Dragon Ball universe would see that as fiction, but it would actually be a real universe. So that's called reality fiction transcendence, to see another universe as fiction. So the Dragon Ball universe has reality fiction transcendence over every single piece of media that exists within it. Every book, every story, every poem. Therefore, there's almost an infinite amount of reality fiction transcendences because there's also games inside of those games that the Dragon Ball universe transcends, so it's infinite within infinite within infinite transcendences. Now, while reality fiction transcendences, or RF transcendences as they're more commonly known, are pretty powerful, they don't necessarily equate to universal or boundless, unless you involve things like Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is a game that has things called torsions, which are distortions in space and time, and they transcend space and time. And Dragon Quest is also a game that has chaos, which transcends space and time itself. So, of course, since reality fiction transcendence over games that have transcendence over space and time, that would be another transcendence over space and time, which is automatically universal. And transcendence over space and time is transcendence over dimensionality, which is high universal, obviously. So, infinite transcendences of infinite transcendences of infinite transcendences of Dragon Quest means you're universal. That'll do it for now for the strength portion of the Dr. Slump cosmology, but we'll be coming back to it later. For now, let's focus on the Dragon Ball cosmology. So the Dead Zone is a space, a super space to be exact, created by Garlic Jr. And that means it's 5D to infinity D, or infinite dimensional, which means it will be hyperversal. Now the way Ki works in Dragon Ball is that if your power level is equal to your opponent, your hacks will be the exact same strength as theirs. So anyone with the power level above or equal to Garlic Jr.'s has the ability to create a Dead Zone, which is a super space, meaning they would be hyperversal. Now that's not all. Some places like the hyperbolic time chamber defy the laws of space and time, and or transcend them, making it universal as well. Now some places like the afterlife or the other world transcend dimensions entirely. As you can see from the scan on the right, Cho, the kanji for Cho, is beyond. Therefore Cho Jigen would be beyond dimensions, beyond dimensionality, meaning it would be universal. Now I almost forgot this feat. So one time in the Dr. Slump manga, Arali cut out a page of the manga, and it has its own universal transcendences, right? So therefore, each page that she cuts out would have its own universal transcendence, plus would have another page of her cutting out, because she also has herself on that page, showing herself cutting it out. So each page is another universal transcendence that infinitely goes on forever. Therefore, she infinitely transcends each universal transcendence, and each universal transcendence transcends the last one, therefore making it extraversal by CSAP wiki standards. And you may remember when I said that Goku is beyond numerical measure. Well, now it's even more impressive now that we know the default human in Dragon Ball is extraversal, because if you apply any mathematical operation whatsoever to Goku, you still wouldn't be able to reach his power level. So, Goku's beyond mathematical measure plus being extraversal, that's extremely, extremely strong, if you couldn't tell already.
Would you look at me? I'm setting records.
Now, with all the strength I just described to you for Goku, I'm sure you're thinking his speed is going to be similarly insane. And you wouldn't be far off whatsoever. It mostly comes down to Arali. One time she ran so fast that she managed to travel back through time. Under the Versus Battle Wiki standards and the CSAT Wiki standards, this is classified as immeasurable speed. Now, Arali has a clone, and his name is Obacha Man. He's been stated to be capable of doing everything that Arali can, so it stands to reason that he'd be able to run through time as well. Now, one time when Goku in his Grade 8 form, he was able to tag Obacha Man with his Energy Blast. So, It stands to reason that a character that can run through time with sheer speed alone, his reaction speed would be similar, right? So therefore, if Goku can tag a guy who can run through time with sheer speed, his speed must be similar too. If that's not enough for you though, Goku and Arale once raced while he was on the Flying Nimbus and she was on foot, and as you can see here, the Flying Nimbus had literally no trouble keeping up with Arale, therefore proving that the Flying Nimbus is at least equal to Arale, if not faster. When Goku fights Tambourine, he's easily able to keep up with the Flying Nimbus, and Goku actually gets caught up in one of Tambourine's attacks because he can react so fast, he's just faster than the Flying Nimbus and Goku himself. Tambourine actually uses an attack that catches up to the Flying Nimbus and destroys it. Then later on, when Goku fights him for a second time, he actually reacts to the same attack that destroyed the Flying Nimbus and blitzes and one-shots him. So the scaling chain goes something like this. Arale can run through linear time, Obachaman is an exact copy of Arale, Goku in his Grade 8 form can attack Obachaman, proving that he's at least equal to Arale in his Grade 8 form. Later on, Goku races Arale with his Flying Nimbus, and actually gets faster than his Flying Nimbus later on, so proving that since the Flying Nimbus is equal to Arale, he's actually faster than Arale later on. Alright, so I admit I wanted to save the best for last, but there's one crazy feat from Arale you guys have to see. One time she actually outran Sonic the Hedgehog himself, and then Goku scales above Arale, therefore proving that Kid Goku is faster than Sonic the Hedgehog. So, that finishes the scaling, and by now I'm sure you're wondering, where does it all scale to? Well, Goku is the highest possible tier, extraversal on the CSAP wiki and boundless on the Versus Battle wiki, and the speed is irrelevant to immeasurable due to being able to keep up with both Arale and Sonic. So, that does it for this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!